Hello guys, today I want to take the time out to talk to you guys on how to start a trucking business. And a lot of it's going to be based on my personal experience, and I'm going to go through step by step on how to get you guys going and getting the ball rolling with starting your own trucking business. One of the first and most important steps you want to go with is first figuring out which year, make, and model truck you want to go with. That's the first step you want to start out with. You want to get to the dealerships and start, test driving some of these trucks and figuring out what's going to be more feasible for your price range and what's going to be easier for you to work with and maintain as far as maintenance goes, and so on and so on. Now, I went with the 2007 Columbia Freightliner because those trucks are a lot cheaper to work on. They're actually in high demand because a lot of the later model trucks, they came with the DEF, which is for pollution. The only state that you really need that in is California, and it's an extra expense as far as purchasing DEF fuel along with the diesel fuel. So you're gonna want to build a relationship with some of these mechanic shops, or even if you have a mobile mechanic that can actually come to the dealership with you, or if you're able to test drive that truck, because a lot of dealerships will give you the opportunity to test drive, swing by a mechanic shop, have them inspect that truck before making that purchase, because it'll save you a headache in the long run. Now, once you've gone through that step, the next step you're gonna want to do is figure out which company you're gonna contract with, because before you can even leave that dealership, they're not gonna let you leave that lot unless you have a company that you're gonna contract with, because they wanna make sure once you get approved for the loan that you're gonna get for that truck, they wanna make sure they're getting their money back within 30 days. So you're gonna have to have a company that's gonna provide you with the loads. That's the route that I took. So the next step after you figured out the truck you're gonna purchase and you have your mechanic go through it, you figured out what you're gonna do, you got a company, you're gonna have to purchase some bobtail insurance, because that's another thing you're gonna have before you leave that lot. Bobtail insurance covers you whenever you're not attached to a trailer, and if you're in an accident or whatever, you're gonna be protected. So you're gonna have bobtail insurance. Make sure though, this is important, that when you figured out you're gonna buy your truck, make sure you get a warranty with that truck. I can't stress this enough. Get a warranty with that truck. It's gonna protect you, because that's gonna give you a peace of mind when you're out there on that road working. And if you don't have the funds, once you put down a certain amount of money when you made the purchase, you're protected for at least a year. I mean, I went with a 1 year when I started off with my truck, which a lot of times they'll put it into your they'll factor it in with your note. I paid up front. It cost me about $2,000, and it covered my motor, rear differential, and my transmission. So I was covered for an entire year. Now, the next step you're gonna want to set up is you're gonna want to set up an LLC. And the reason why you're gonna want to set up an LLC, because it protects your personal assets. LLC stands for limited liability. And I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of these commercials or billboards. They're always going after trucking companies. Well, if you don't have that set, they can go after your personal assets. If you own a home or whatever the case may be, they can sue you. So you're protected personally with that LLC. So make sure you set up an LLC. In the company, I went to a third-party company, which was LegalZoom. They set it up for me. They have payment plans where you can pay $100 and something per month. I paid mine up front. I think the total cost for the LLC setup was about, maybe, I want to say $600, somewhere around that range, about $600. Now, after you set up your LLC, you're gonna need an EIN number, and the EIN number, you can do that actually on your cell phone. It's pretty easy. It's free. It's through the IRS.gov. You set up an EIN, which is a tax ID number. You set up a tax ID number, and then from there, actually you're gonna need that tax ID number before you set up your LLC. So once you get your tax ID, your LLC, which is the company, you come up with the company name, and it protects you personally. After you set up your LLC, the next step you're gonna wanna set up is your 2290. And what your 2290 is your road tax. And you can actually do that on your phone as well. It's pretty simple. I went through a third-party company. I think it was 2290 ASAP. And you set up an account on there. And you gotta have your road taxes before you're out here driving your truck on the road. And that's through the IRS. You can go online. It costs roughly around like $550, and you do that. You make that payment once a year. Now, after you set up your 2290, the next thing that you're gonna have to do, usually they give you about 90 days, I think it is. Once you make the purchase of your truck, they give you a temporary plate. Now, if you're going to be a truck driver that's going to travel within your state, then you want to go get your combination plate. And a combination plates roughly run around a range of $950. That's only for if you're just working within the state. Now, if you're going to be going from state to state, you're going to want to purchase the apportion plate. And apportion plates normally range from around $13.50. But like I said, they give you 90 days, so you have plenty of time to save up some money to get these plates, because after your tags expire, you're gonna have to set one of those up. Either you're gonna be state to state or within state. So you have the option of going with a combination plate, which roughly runs around about $950, or the apportion plates, which runs, I think, around $13.50, somewhere around there, which allows you to run from state to state. Oh, one other important thing that I left out, you're gonna need a DOT inspection. That's also one of the things you're gonna have to do annually, once a year, and they're under $100. I can't remember the exact price, maybe $60, $70, but you have to have a DOT inspection to make sure your truck is up to par. And they go over the exhaust system, tires, things of that nature. That's another thing you're gonna have to have when you're running your business. Now, most importantly, guys, after you have you set up your LLC, once a year you're gonna have to file your franchise tax. And what that is because you have an LLC, it's considered a franchise. Now, you only have to pay money if you made over $1 million, then they're gonna expect you to pay some money back. But you don't have to pay anything, but you still have to file those franchise taxes once a year. And you're gonna have to file the form, which one of the forms is the no tax due form. I can't remember offhand. The no tax due form, the tax public information report, and the franchise tax affiliate schedule is the other form you're gonna need to file. But like I said, you only have to worry about that once a year. Oh, and one other important fact is, while you're running your business, you're gonna want to keep track of all your receipts. Keep track of all your receipts, their tax write-offs. So you're gonna want to make sure you keep all of those when you're filing your taxes at the end of the year, or however you do it, if you do it quarterly throughout the year. Make sure you keep all your receipts. And one other thing before I go, guys, I don't want to take too much of your time up. I forgot to mention was, make sure you set up a business account. You want to set up a business account because you want to keep your business and your personal, they're two different entities. So make sure you keep them separate. And for example, like one of the methods I use, if you're used to living off of $1,500 a week, continue to pay yourself $1,500 a week and put the rest of the money aside for your business. Like, write a check, get some business checks, write a check to yourself, deposit it into your account, and then that way you have a paper trail of how much you pay yourself personally throughout the year. So when it comes time to file your taxes, because you're gonna have to file taxes for your business as well as your personal. They're two different. And while you're paying yourself, that's also a tax write-off for your business. So those are a couple of tools that I use. And I hope that's been very informative to you guys. If you have any questions, just leave comments, share the video, hit the like, subscribe, and talk to you guys later.